Residents in southern Tasmania are demanding to know why cloud seeding was conducted over the Derwent River catchment the day before the worst floods in 40 years. Cloud seeding is a technique used to increase rain.
Does the ADEQ have the ability to take a position on this and investigate it further and find out where these toxic metals are coming from that are in our rainwater and in our blood? Thank you.
Is working to make sure we get every drop of rain possible out of this storm.
It shows us cloud seeding is now underway.
With a small pop and a puff of smoke, cloud seeding is done in the hills above Pasadena.
Well, we send up particles from the apparatus behind me that will seed the cloud. It'll go into the cloud, and this particle will be attracting water vapor inside the cloud, creating a drop of water that starts as ice, and as it falls to earth, we get heavier rain.
We've had a lot of cases where we were seeding storms that had no business being seeded. We were just kind of throwing darts, and we were seeing responses in some of those. So we are learning that maybe there's more opportunity with some of these. Maybe we don't even need to have a rain cloud. We could go work cumulative congested clouds that aren't really precipitating yet. And if
radar-absorbing carbon fiber clouds tested under a variety of at-sea conditions using assets from the U.S. Army, Navy, and Air Force. These man-made clouds are part of a layered defense and are capable of preventing a missile from detecting and striking its target.
China is not leaving things to Mother Nature. The Chinese government is planning to employ upgraded weather control systems in Heilongjiang, Jilin, and Liaoning, the three provinces responsible for 54% of the nation's rice production. The project, which will continue until June, involves creating artificial rain using cloud seeding, special aircraft, rockets, and much more. China has been tinkering with the idea for years, but how controllable can the weather be? Skeptics.
Mr. Fletcher, another question on the in an interview with the Los Angeles Times on April 21st, you said that you told the Associated Press that the American government has created weather tampering techniques so that the New World Order will be able to starve millions of Americans and to control the rest. Would you explain what you were trying to say?
Well, what I was trying to say is exactly what I said. There is weather control techniques. We have a complete package on that, which I did not bring, but I certainly will see to it that it is brought in for the record. Number one, the entire patents on the equipment. Number two, Senator Claiborne Pell's complete statement and story of his own that not only does it exist, but that we even utilize it as far back as the Vietnam War. You might want to touch base with Senator Pell.
I just want to repeat before I turn to
So yes, but we do have all that information.
You're saying the government has created weather tampering techniques so that the, quote, New World Order will be able to starve millions of Americans.
Worldwide.
Millions of Americans, and to control the rest.
Yes, sir, and that's my belief. As
All right, guys, welcome in, welcome back. I made it, barely. I'm barely here. Lungs are all good. Cancer's all good. I'm just dealing with the potassium problem. I found out, I think I've been poisoning myself. I checked my water softener this morning, and I had the thing set way too low. So basically all this water I've been drinking, trying to get flushed out, is full of salt. So That's what's messing me up. Like right now, I'll be fine 1 minute, and I might fall asleep during the broadcast. Anyway, so I just got to battle through getting cleaned out from all this salt, and hopefully I'll be good. Anyway, I'll probably keep this short, kind of short of breath, but other than that, we're good. Anyway, I figured that out this morning, man. It's pretty wild. I was listening to a preacher this morning. He was talking about the water, and then I got to thinking about the potassium level, my low potassium levels, and I got to thinking, well, isn't that what I put in the water softener, potassium chloride? And then it all come together. And I went down there and checked the pH, and it was just like all freaked out. Anyway, let's jump in here before I pass out on everybody. Well, we got our brand new bunker fuel operation. That's going to create the next weather pattern change. I just want to show that right off the bat. Look at this. You know, they've been down here by the Bajas of California, but check this out. Started yesterday. It's a huge operation here right off the coast of Alaska. Next mega operation. Let me go back one day. And there's just started it out. So we got that going on. So we're definitely going to be having some big weather pattern changes very soon. Let me get that. I thought I turned that off. All right, let me get back here. We'll just check the toggle this, see if we got any tornado warnings or anything. Tons of flood warnings, watches. Buffering a little bit. Yeah, we're down a little bit there. Doing just okay, but I'm here. Figure I'd struggle through this. Look at all that lightning. We're going to be seeing more and more lightning with the brand new bunker fuel operation. And let's go ahead and we'll hit a couple articles. Look, we got some kind of training mission going on with the Hurricane Hunter plane. Looks like they're out off the west coast. In progress. We'll see what comes of that. Always when there's a bunker fuel operation, there's some kind of other operation going on. So after the bad tornadoes that hit, we got at least 26 no longer on with us anymore. I mean, the devastation is insane. I think they're ranking it around a category or a 4 right now. There's going to be a lot more people missing and all that. Anyway, pray for the families, man. They're going to have a long road to get through this weather issues that they brought upon us. Yeah, we'll look at the atmospheric river here in a little bit too. We got tons of mudslides out in California. Look at the road, man. It's right outside Marion County. We got landslides, mudslides. And pretty soon they're going to be bringing in the fires. Yeah, we had a tornado across Georgia. Yeah, we got tons of weather. Southern U.S. on alert. I think most of the weather, if we get through tonight, we're going to be good. California is going to get hit again. Some things are showing it staying off, but I don't know. With the we'll look at the deal. Storm will keep rolling through California this week. Another low pressure pummeled the state, flooding downpours, damaging winds, snow. Same thing, man. It's the same script every week now. Down in Australia, we had more food stuff getting wiped out by a hailstorm. The valley orchards wiped out. Food supplies just getting wrecked. Estimated 200,000 bins of fruit worth $80 million ruined. Like, it's an attack on the food, man, the food supply, everything. Look at all the propaganda coming out. We had hundreds of trees to get knocked down for a bus route, and they say it's to tackle the climate change. Hundreds of trees in an orchard is designated as a habitat in England. But now they voted 33 to 26 to knock them down for the busway. You know, they don't care. We had the huge iceberg we've been following. Traveled 150 kilometers. I still got it marked on the map. No big deal on that. Just trying to get through this. We had the big chocolate factory explosion. I mean, we got so many things coming at us right now. It's unbelievable. We got the killer eye drops. Man, my upper denture's loose for some reason. Keeps wanting to loosen up on me. Killer eye drop recall. Pretty bad, man. You can't even take an eye drop, go blind. And then the sun weather, man. The sun's off the charts. It looks like it slowed down today. It definitely got blasted. Solar winds are still up. Let me look here. Yeah, we're still above 603 kilometers a second, so that could be farther away. We're feeling weird right now. Dizzy, all that stuff. Right now we're just under a minor G1 class geomagnetic storm till today. We are in a high speed solar wind. Still more auroras. I mean, the auroras went all the way down to New Mexico, man. It's some crazy photos. If you've seen the show this morning, I showed some of them photos of the color, man. It's pretty nuts. Of course, our skies are completely blocked, so we didn't get to see any of it. Some of this, I'm just... Oh, and if you're, the SBX-1 has been spotted coming off the Hawaii. It was leaving Pearl Harbor on the 23rd. So we got the big radar out there. Be watching for earthquakes and other things. I may sound good, but man, I'm not as good as I sound, I can tell you that. At least right now. We're in DEFCON level 3. I don't know if they've updated since this morning or not. North Korea launched a suspected ballistic missile, according to the Japanese Prime Minister. That's new. Well, it's not giving me the says read full article. Oh, here it is. North Korea has launched 2 short-range ballistic missiles. Both missiles are believed to have fallen outside of Japan's economic zone. I mean, all this stuff is just propaganda anyway. All right, let's take a look at the atmospheric river. They're still blocking it over here on the west coast. They're not pushing in. We got a big bunker fuel operation to the north. Nothing to the south, but they're like, they got the block on it right here. And look at all the energy, moisture coming up. I got that documented. All right, I better jump into this 16-day here. All right, so here's our next 16 days of moisture. It don't look right for some reason. I guess it looked different earlier. Yeah, that's right. All right, so it looks like it's, man, that don't look right from when I looked at it a little bit ago. Oh, well, we'll try it. Anyway, it looks like the target zones have gone down a little bit. I could have swore there was a bigger spot down to the south. It looks like California Mountain's still going to get it. Northern California. Same places as last week, but just not as heavy. So hopefully this will be a little bit of a change going into spring here. Target zone over Kentucky, Tennessee. Spot there over Arkansas, Texas, Oklahoma. And then up to the north, northeast. Here, let's go ahead and jump into the deal here. Yeah, I didn't see a whole lot of trails out there either. You know, with the bunker fuel, when they got that out there, there's not as much spraying going on. And then after that wears off, they'll add in the sprays. All right, so here we go. We're going to go up 6 hours at a time. I'll stop and talk about, you know, when I see something bad. We got cold. The blue line right here represents the cold, so half the north is in the cooler, and then southern part, here we go, 6 hours. So, of course, we got the storms going on right now over Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, the Carolinas, and we'll check how severe. They shouldn't be as severe right now, or at least they should be winding down. So we got this to deal with going into Monday. Everybody else is looking pretty good. And then later in the Monday, we should be in the clear. Pretty much for everybody except for up here around New York, a little light snow, rain. Cold weather splitting the country. We got the next new system coming in the west coast. Quite a bit of wind. In fact, mega wind. This Tuesday, here comes your rain and snow. Another little storm's going to fire up down to the south also. Just below the storms today, they're just slowly sinking south because of that cold air pushing down. So it could have a little severe weather Tuesday, right around Alabama, Georgia. Shouldn't be as bad. We'll have to watch the convective energy tomorrow. There's a pretty low pressure coming in the west coast on Wednesday. It's going to bring more heavy snow. Still looking for a big earthquake. Just from all the weight of this snow and water, all the pressure down on the plates. We'll see. I just have a feeling we're going to get a good-sized quake. Here we are going into Wednesday. Not a whole lot going on, just still leftovers there on the west coast. Yeah, see that storm's the low pressure is going to kind of stay off from slamming into the coast, but it's just going to kind of hang out there. Little snow up to the north there. Yeah, it's just going to kind of die out there on the west coast. So not going to be too bad for the next few days. We're going into Thursday. Big warm up coming all the way up into Dakotas around the 30th. But the cold air in California is going to be all the way down to the Bajas, but the rest of the country is going to be warmed up. Yeah, so we're going to have a nice little warm up here around the 31st. And just scattered rain. Don't see nothing major yet. A little bit of heavy snow there for parts of Nebraska and stuff here on Friday the 31st. Some more light rain. It's just been cloudy forever here, it seems like, in Missouri. Going up into April 1st. So April 1st, here will be the next little pop-up storms over the Midwest. Starting around Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, southern Missouri. Pretty big swath of rain. Everything's already wet, so everything's gonna be pretty saturated with this storm. So April 1st is gonna be a pretty big storm. Heavy rain for Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio Valley, Arkansas. Ice, snow up to the north. Pretty windy system. So this will be our next bigger system, April 1st. And this is probably going to have some power outages as it tracks across. So you're not done with the snow up over Michigan, Wisconsin, Iowa. And then, of course, we got the flooding rains for the Ohio Valley, Tennessee, Kentucky. Things is going to track. It's moving pretty good. We're still on April 1st. So things are going to be a pretty fast mover, it looks like. Going into April 2nd, it finally starts to move off. And then we're a little wide open here going into the 3rd. Should have some pretty clear skies, not too many aerosols being deployed. Even into the 4th, light rain. We'll be watching for the bunker fuel stuff will be trying to take effect. Looking good into the 4th, just light stuff going on here. And then the next weather system is going to pop up at thunderstorm parts anyway around April 5th. Right back over the line in Tennessee and Kentucky, like they've kind of been the target here the last month or so. And more snow for the Dakotas and Nebraska, parts of Kansas. California's getting a break. And still on April 5th. So another system that mimics the system right before it. So it's going to be like a rerun. Going into the 6th. This one's going to shoot up a little north, but not the rain. It's still going to be in the same areas for the thunderstorms. And this one we're going to have to watch because it looks like it's going to bring some energy up to the south. Here going into April 6th, big ice storm for Canada. And there again, Tennessee, Kentucky target zones. Some sleet and ice up there for Maine. Here on the 7th. And then we got some rain bombs for Louisiana here on the 7th. Slowly going into Mississippi, Alabama. Right now, it's not looking too major. We get into April 8th, we got some storms firing up in Texas. And then we got to watch these because these are, we're getting close. We're in tornado season already, always are. So we'll have to be watching these storms. Yeah, definitely look like they're going to be pretty powerful rain bombs. So going into April 8th, April 9th, we got pretty good rain bombs down here for Texas. And then they die down around the 9th, 10th. Like these storms we'll have to watch, because by that time the shipping industry particulates will be there. And then April 11th, we got an upper storm. So you got more snow coming in. Let's check the temperature models. See if we got anything major cold. Hopefully we're done with all the cold. I'm just going to play this real slow. Got a little bit of cold air. They're around the 28th. Around Colorado. Here's our warm up. All right, don't look like we got any super cold. Looks like we're pretty well done with the super cold. All right, we're good there. Yeah, I kind of got a little headache myself right now, just kind of popping up. Let's go ahead and check a couple other regions. Looks like New Zealand's not getting too whole lot. Looks like the west side of Australia is going to be picking up some pretty good moisture. We get squared up on them. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Yeah, Tasmania's doing all right. Yeah, we got some pretty heavy moisture coming in the east side. Actually, some pretty good moisture there over the middle of the Australia, which I haven't seen a lot there before. Let's see here. Let's go and check East Asia. Yeah, I'm trying to get through here before I run out of breath here. Japan's getting a break. So it looks like all the moisture's kind of they're like slowing everything down a little bit. Look at that, even Norway's getting a big break. Iceland's getting hit a little bit. North UK a little bit. Ireland. Portugal, Spain, nothing really. So it looks like we're going to be kind of in a downward system here for the next week. Or at least the second part of the 2-week forecast. And really, I think that's all I wanted to look at on that. Let's go ahead and check the map. Let me take out the just want to see the lightning. You know, when we get a lot of lightning like this, it's all from the heavy metal particulates. So once all that gets through there, here, let's check the radar. Oh man, I just poured my coffee down the front of my shirt. Why is the radars not working? There we go. Now we got little beams coming out of Texas. We had the big beams come out of Nevada yesterday pushing that storm. Always got that beam up there. See, they got them all turned down, letting it flow through. You notice when they turn them off, they're letting it flow through. All right, so I don't see no. Let me just check what we got going here. So right now we have severe thunderstorm, 3/4 inch hail in Dallas, Alabama. We got a tornado, Wilcox, Alabama. Radar indicated. No wind speeds, 3/4 inch hail. Severe thunderstorms, Fulton, Georgia. DeKalb, Georgia. Let's go ahead and check this one. I hit the wrong thing. Tornado warning, 8:40 p.m. Central Time. So that's going till 9:15, so we got about another 20 minutes on that. It's located 5 miles southeast of Consol, 17 miles southeast of Uniontown, moving 40 miles an hour. So heads up, man, if you're in the path of this. Let me go to that radar. So it's pretty far down south. I seen a little bit of a hail core. That's most likely where it is. Man, my bit rate looks like we're really dogging out, but it's saying it's got a good connection. Yeah, there's a hail core right there. Yep, hail core right there. Really, I need to be up higher. Just gonna go right there. Trying to get it to load here. Yeah, there's a big hail core, big hail core, big hail core. He's some pretty powerful little storms right here. Get a little spinning action. That one's got about another 10 minutes. It's weird they don't have that on there. Tons of hail. Oh yeah, I've been eating a lot of fruit and greens. Our food is poison, man. It's hard to get any kind of clean food. Gotta grow our own. And how do I get back to the... There we go. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at the West Coast. See if we can spot this. The bunker fuel thing. Man, a little too high there. Now we're a little too low. It's like it won't give me the right. Guess we'll have to go with that one. Man, it's not, can't get squared up on it. Probably not going to see it very good. Man, it's like they're blocking the view I need. Also a bunch of aerosols being deployed. There they are, but it's really hard to see. If I do that. Try that. Now we should be able to see it. So it looks like the next 2 weeks we got 3 or 4 systems to get through. And then everything else looks like pretty much gravy. Yeah, you can definitely see the huge operation out there. So here we go. Here's our next weather pattern changer right here. This is what we're going to be watching. And see what this thing does. See how it produces. What they do with the low pressures, high pressures over here. And that's going to be our next weather driver right there. Anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off here. Much love, armor up out there. Eyes to the skies. Hopefully I'll get better here over the next couple of days and we'll be able to get back into regular broadcasts. Anyway, guys, armor on. Thanks to everybody out there helping us and sending us stuff and all that stuff. Anyway, guys, much love out there and we'll be back. Have a good night, and we're out of here. Here, maybe we'll do the, wonder if I got the chicken. Let's go out with the chicken tonight. I'm just doing okay. I got potassium problem. The cancer's all good. Just found out I'm got the potassium thing I got to deal with.